Back here with head coach Mark O'Brien of the Coosa Christian Conquerors, and coming off a big 35-0 victory region game against Valley Head last Friday night. Coach, you knew you were going in after last year's game with Valley Head. That's going to be a tough game. You knew you guys had to play a pretty good game to win. You ultimately got a shutout victory, not just a victory in a big region game. Take us back to last Friday night and how all that transpired.
I just think we came out very focused, and we still made a lot of mistakes, Bo. I'm going to tell you, we did. But we're getting better. I know the defense playing lights out. Offense playing well. But we got to continue to eliminate mistakes that we're making. So I think we hit on some things that I think that we ain't had yet. With Dylan Edwards, outside receiver, come alive. He had a great game, and that helped our offense tremendously.
Now, when you look and see, y'all went 30. Let's see, y'all had 100. I think y'all gave up 130 something yards total defensively. Talk about that defensive effort and how the guys are swarming to the ball like they are.
Yeah, I think I'd give up 90 and 120 the last 2 weeks.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, defense very good. I've told you for a while now. The linebackers I think is the best in Etowah County. I'll continue to say that.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way when you got guys, you sit there and watch on film and they've got to play, but our linebackers' speed's so good that it closes the gap. Where, 2-3 years ago it was a 10 or 15 yard run.
Yeah.
It's a 1 yard run. And so I think that it's our linebacker. Everybody's playing well, okay? D-line's playing well. But those linebackers, it's a special group of linebackers. It really is.
They're a good group, man, and they fly to the ball when they get there. They're doing some damage.
Yeah.
And John David seemed to come alive. He's catching the hot hand at the right time as well.
Yeah.
He completed, I think, about 80% of his passes for over 200 yards and a couple of scores. Talk about the emergence of him getting back in the groove that he could be.
Yeah, it's good to see he back into last year's form. For whatever reason, I think I know the reason, but for whatever reason, first 2-3 games of the year, he struggled a little bit. All right, and there's some reasons for that for sure. We did not have the Jacoby Tucker that we lost last year. Jacoby helped us a bunch now.
He stretched the field.
He stretched the field, and we didn't have that threat until this game. We were able to stretch the field because Dylan, came out and played really good. So I think that's really helped him.
That's good. I'm glad to see Dylan out there rolling like he is as well, and seen Notes caught a touchdown pass and several other such good plays. Yeah. Talk about the play of Grayson Malone. He had a pick six and 2 interceptions total, I believe, and he's really coming on into his own as well.
He is. He's playing very well. Really proud of Grayson. He's a great kid.
Hard worker.
Hard worker. Doesn't say 10 words through the whole course of the year, but he does what you ask him to do.
Yeah.
He's very coachable. He comes from good people now.
Yeah.
His mom and dad's good people. His dad's, I really like his dad a lot. So, he's been raised well, and I think it shows in his play.
He's a good kid.
Yeah.
This week, Coach, when you scheduled this game, you knew this is one of those games where you schedule it and you're outgunned across the board, but you also want to see what your guys do under fire. You're playing Heritage Academy out of Mississippi. They hadn't got out to the start that they're looking for this year, but make no mistake, there's still D1 guys on this team everywhere. Talk about
their resume speaks for itself. I mean, when you've won, you've been as successful as they have over the course of the last 15 years, it speaks volumes about their program. And of course, their fronts, their defense, the best we've seen all year. There ain't no doubt. I think it's the best football team we've seen all year. So, we'll see. There's, I don't care about scheduling teams we know we can win. That's silly and stupid in my opinion. So I want to step out and try to get, challenge our kids some, and see where it goes.
What are you looking to get done in this game right here? Obviously you want to win this game, but You want to see some guys put in some uncomfortable situations, see how they react. And then after this game, you're going to have an off week, so you can empty the clip, so to speak, because you'll have a week to get everybody healthy. What do you want to see?
Well, like when you play your Pickens and teams like that, right? There are going to be some 4-4 kids on that team. Well, we don't in our region. We don't see that. Okay, you don't see that kind of speed. Now we saw it with Handley.
Yeah.
Didn't even see it with Pell City. Okay, saw it with Handley. Didn't see it with Geraldine, with the exception of Carlos Mann. Well, with this bunch that we're playing Friday, we'll see it with 2 or 3 different guys, which gives us a good look at the way Pickens is. So it helps, I think, it helps get us in that groove. If we're going to make a run at this thing, everything runs through Pickens.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to find a team that kind of mirrored their speed to give us, to help us get ready for those guys.
Yeah, because they're the ones that hold the gatekeeper, so to speak.
They're the gatekeeper of the North.
Yeah, they are. And this will be a good task. Is there anything anybody needs to know about game situations? The starting time's the same, even though they're from out of state and everything?
Starting time's the same, 7 o'clock. So, yeah.
Coach, you want them there early, don't you?
Yeah, man.
They need to come tailgate out there.
Yeah, need to
cook
come
them
tailgate.
some food
Cook
and
some
hang out.
food. Yeah, build a culture.
Yeah.
Which I think our culture is building. Both. The thing I was most pleasant with, if you looked at our side with our visitors, we filled up Valley Head side now.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
That was phenomenal. And then our last home game we were full, so it's good, man. So we just gotta keep growing.
Got to keep it going.
Yeah.
Definitely. What else is I going to ask you? That at this point in the year, how do you evaluate the team? I know each week changes, but what are some of the things that you've, just the overall evaluation of the team? Some of the things you've been really pleased with.
Effort. It's been phenomenal. The thing that's kind of weird. It's been a weird season.
It's been a weird year.
It's been a weird year. We have not had 2 games this year where we had the same roster. And it's going to be like that this week, I believe, as well. We've just been beat up, banged up, We've been setting 2 and 3 kids a week due to injuries. And I've not experienced that before like this.
It's crazy. This whole year's been strange.
It's been strange.
And it's almost halfway over. I mean, that's what's even more strange.
Yeah.
It is halfway over.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, it is, because we're on game 6.
Yeah.
We're 4-1. We're on game 6. So.
Man, that's.
But it's the amount of injuries we've had. It's just been unbelievable.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, we're going to shut this edition of the Coach Marco Bryant Show down. We're going to be back here next week, God willing, with another edition of the Coach Marco Bryant Show, and we'll see you guys next week.